What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. So guys, this one hits a little bit more home to me because I grew up in the crack era. I've seen, people lose their mom, their dad, people mamas turning tricks. My dad was heavily on crack cocaine, leaving us for nights on end, and I'm crying for him to come back home. So, I understand how drugs can really destroy the black family, and many of you guys understand it too. Some of you may have had brothers who got on drugs and hopefully they got off, but sometimes it doesn't always happen. But imagine, working your way out of that, because we lived in poor neighborhoods. I lived in East 112th Street, Grape Street. I lived on Santana Block, Crompton Crip area. I lived in Atlantic Drive area. I lived in Kelly Park area in Compton. I've lived, Del Paso Heights. I lived in a lot of different places, man, that were really messed up. But, I wanted to get myself out of that, work hard and I didn't want to become a statistic like many of my friends or my family. So I know many of you guys like that too. Some of you brothers, you work real hard, man, getting on the bus. Nobody really believing in what you're trying to do. You become a business owner, a truck driver, a lawyer, doctor, accountant, engineer. You become somebody to get out of that. And you move around the right people. You go to the right universities. You get the right scores to get into postgraduate school, professional school. You meet a beautiful woman. You have kids. And then boom, one of your kids gets on drugs. And after you work so many years to get yourself out of that situation, that is what Master P did for his family. Master P was just like us. He moved from New Orleans to the Bay Area to Richmond, and that was when No Limit was born. He worked hard. He hustled. He went from Cali to New Orleans, being an entrepreneur, raising his whole family out of poverty, giving his kids the best life. He has 2 kids in college, doing very well. And but he always had a problem with his daughter, Tytyana. Now, not only did the daughter have some problems with drugs, so did the ex-wife, right? And he just got divorced officially from the wife like 3 weeks ago. And then his beautiful daughter passes away due to drug use. And I want to read what he has to say here. Sad music. Our family is dealing with an overwhelming grief for the loss of my daughter, Tytyana. We respectfully request some privacy so that our family can grieve. We appreciate all of the prayers, love, and support. Mental illness and substance abuse is a real issue that we can't be afraid to talk about. With God, we will get through this, my angel. Let me say, she's was a very beautiful young lady, and I'm pretty sure she had everything that a young lady could want in life. I'm pretty sure that he loved his daughter. Most men love their daughters, just like we love our mothers. But you know what, man? Unfortunately, in this life, we cannot save everybody, even the ones that we love. There's some people, man, that are going to go their own way, and no matter what you try to do for them, it's going to happen, and it hurts, and I know some of you brothers, our sisters that have listened to this have experienced that kind of death, and my heart really goes out to you and your family. But what I can tell you is that as long as you have done what you felt that you could have done to help that situation, I know it's hard, don't to beat yourself and figuring out what you could have done. I had that feeling. I had a quite serious death in my life like 6 months ago, and I was going back and forth and feeling real guilty about it. What could I have done to do different? And I've come to terms that maybe isn't something that I could have done. But one thing that I realize now is if people that you love are having some issues, I try to talk to them. I try to make some more time to see where their mind is. A lot of times we kind of believe that, because you come from a family, you have a lot of money, that your life is great. And, that's why I thought about me, man. I thought like, once I started making some money, I started being able to travel and do some nice things for myself, that it will solve everything. And I want to tell you, money solves money problems, but it don't solve all your problems. It can't make you happy. You're going to have girls that's going to still not want to deal with you. You're going to get your heart broken still. You're going to have fake friends. You're going to have people not respect you. People are going to talk about you. So just because you grow up as a privileged life don't mean that you have a privileged personality, and people still have their struggles. And sometimes when you're rich and you feel like you have money and you tell people about your issues, they don't believe you because they're like, you're rich. I'd give anything to be like you. But we really just don't know a lot of times what people are going through, especially young black women and young black men. And this was a beautiful young lady. She had her life ahead of her. But like I said, our people do have some issues with mental abuse, substance abuse. And this is why, even though people may be disrespectful towards me, I have a love for our people. I really do. And I want to try to be patient with the folks in our community. You know what I mean? Because we just don't know what people are suffering through every day, man. Some people have been through some really traumatic things. They have some traumatic trials that they're dealing with every day. We look at these people and think that they're normal, and they are really not. And some people I know listening to this podcast today, you've had issues with drugs, you've had issues with alcohol, you've been depressed, you've turned to those things because of something going on with your life and you don't know how to deal with it. But I want to tell you, I'm not trying to preach or anything, but God is able. I really believe that. And I know that, you're here for a reason. And there are other people that have went through the same thing that you are going through, and sometimes even been worse. And I'm not trying to downplay whatever you may be going through in your life right now, but what I can tell you is that they've overcome it. And my question to you is, why don't you deserve to overcome it? Don't you deserve to be happy? Don't you deserve to live a life full of success, full of the things that you want to do? Yeah, life is hard. It's not guaranteed, but life is also great. I don't think you were born just to come and suffer and to come and just, be abused or anything like that. I think that you're here for a reason. And I don't care if you're a black man. I don't care if you're a black woman. I don't care who you are listening to, Mike. I don't care if you're green, right? Go get the necessary help that you need. There are professionals, there are groups, there are people that are suffering through this, and there are people who have gotten through this. And you also can get through these same things too. Just because you come from a poor neighborhood, you come from a dysfunctional family, that don't mean that you have to end up dysfunctional, because you have a lot of people depending on you, and you have a lot of people that'll be hurt if something happened to you. And so you need to really live life for yourself, live life for the people that love you, and continue to progress. And I hate for you to end up like this young sister right here, but you don't have to, because it's okay to be depressed, and it's even okay to feel bad sometimes, but it's not okay to not get help. All right, get the help that you need. I love you. It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, and as you know, keep it real. We out.